Different levels, I cannot relate. You never win if you playing it safe. It's all a game until you get played.
Now we have the former Oakland Mayor Shane Thao has been indicted by the Fed. And this is not a surprise to me. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know I talked about the mayor out there in Oakland and her recall efforts. They successfully recalled her. She was taken out of office just a few weeks back, last day in office, because the citizens of Oakland decided they had enough of her. But she was also being probed by the FBI. They raided some of her homes back in early May and April of last year. That some properties that she was responsible for in Oakland that were part of her little portfolio. And they collected some stuff out of one of the houses. She said that she was innocent, that all this stuff was a witch hunt. And guess what, guys? Now she's been indicted by the FBI. So was it fake? We still don't know exactly what she's being charged with, but we know that the FBI has made a statement in regards to them releasing whatever it is that they found. But I just wanted to show y'all the news clipping from out there at Cron 4 News, and they're reporting. So fair use, fair use, fair use. Also, like, share, and subscribe to this video. Help your boy out.
Breaking news at 3. According to a report, former Oakland Mayor Shane Thao is now facing criminal charges. Thank you for joining us here on Cron 4 News at 3. I'm Justine Waldman. A federal grand jury has indicted the former mayor of Oakland, Shane Thao. This is according to the San Francisco Chronicle. And this is coming after the FBI had a raid on Thao's Oakland home last year. Here's video from then. And since this raid, Thao has repeatedly said in interviews, including with us here on Cron 4, that she is innocent and that she was not the target of an investigation.
Okay, so you see the cops coming out of the house. FBI then brought boxes out. This happened like back in April of last year. And up to that point, people didn't really know what was going on. They just, the news out in the Bay Area, I don't know if they really report the news out there, but they leave a lot to be left for interpretation. But there was no interpreting this. They raided the house that she owned, and they came out with a bunch of boxes. So that lets you know that they had some evidence, and we already know how the FBI does it. They don't bring these charges up unless they got enough to make it stick. So we don't know if they have some cooperating witnesses. We don't know anything at this point. All we know is they went into this house, raided it, went in. It was supposed to be a rental property that she owned. It wasn't her primary residence. They collected some info and left. And now here we are, 9 months later with an indictment from a grand jury. So that meant, and I just got to say, using a grand jury to get the indictment means that they got evidence, because a federal grand jury is not going to indict somebody if they don't have evidence enough to lead to criminal charges. So let's keep going.
Cron 4 has reached out to the FBI, the former mayor, and her lawyers for comment. The FBI would not confirm or deny the report. We have not yet heard from the former mayor. Of note here, the U.S. Attorney's Office and federal officials are holding a news conference tomorrow to announce what they're calling, quote, significant law enforcement action, but they would not go into details as to exactly what they plan to be talking about.
So they haven't given any info. I can guarantee that she has some corruption charges, probably some things stealing from, some bribery. That's pretty much what politicians get indicted for, especially mayors. Bribery seems to be the biggest one for all of them. It was the same thing that they got Eric Adams for. It's probably going to be the same thing. Well, not Tiffany Henyard. She got a lot of other stuff going on. They're going to get her on a lot of charges. But you seen Sharp James in New Jersey. You had Mayor Mack out of Trenton, New Jersey. We've seen this numerous times, these bribery charges, these misappropriating of funds. We see it all. We see it all. And this time, this corruption knows no shame. This is, they asked her to step down and she didn't want to step down. And then the citizens recalled her. Why is it all these mayors are getting indicted now? The FBI has been on one over the last couple of years. So I don't know if this is going to continue on once Trump is in office, but we have to think this is Biden's DOJ that's going after these Democrats. So I don't know if somebody pissed Biden off and he's like, go after all of them. But the indictments have been flowing down like water on all these people. This corruption knows no end. And it is happening because even as this mayor has been indicted, we still don't know. I'll keep y'all abreast of what she's been indicted for. Let's go to New York and see what just happened up in New York with Eric Adams, as I was talking about earlier. We know he's already been indicted for corruption, but one of his top aides just got indicted and arrested too. So let's take a look at that one.
All right, also happening today in Lower Manhattan, one of Mayor Eric Adams' closest and longest-serving aides indicted.
Ingrid Lewis-Martin is facing bribery charges tonight. Prosecutors say they stem from a quid pro quo arrangement involving her son and two real estate investors.
Fox 5's Morgan Mackay joins us live with the details on this breaking story. A busy day, Morgan.
So before we even let Morgan say what she's going to say, real estate agents, top aide, and the son, all indicted. What could they even got indicted for? Let's find out.
Steve, Natasha, Mayor Eric Adams' longest-serving advisor, Ingrid Lewis-Martin, was charged today with conspiracy, bribe receiving, and money laundering.
Rico.
Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg said this indictment could be summed up in, quote, just 3 words: quid pro quo. Her son, Glenn Martin II, was also facing the same charges, and also indicted alongside the two were 2 real estate investors who are facing conspiracy and bribery charges.
So my thing is, if you out here being corrupt as an aide, why would you bring your own child into this? As they go along through this story, I just want y'all to hear what was going on in this case, because Eric Adams is going down. I don't know if he pissed off people in DC and that's why they're going after his entire team, but this is wild. Let's take a listen to this.
Now, take a look at this video here. This is Ingrid Lewis-Martin being led inside the courtroom in handcuffs. She turned herself into the Manhattan District Attorney's office this morning and was arraigned at 2:30, where she and the 3 others all pled not guilty. Now, prosecutors allege that Lewis-Martin used her position as one of the closest advisors to Mayor Adams to ask the Department of Buildings Commissioner to expedite construction permits and applications of buildings owned by Rosada, Aide, and Mayank Davidi.
Why would she do that? Why would she do that? Why would she ask to expedite building permits for these people? These 2 real estate investors. Let's find out.
The 2 real estate investors that were charged. In return, Vaid and Dovidi paid Lewis-Martin's son $100,000. Prosecutors allege that he then laundered this money through his DJ business and then used that money to buy a Porsche.
So the son is a DJ. They gave him 100 bands, and this man decided that he was gonna go out and go get him a Porsche Panorama with the money.
Prosecutors also allege that the 2 men invested in other of Lewis-Martin's son's business ventures, including a clothing line and a Chick-fil-A franchise, in exchange for Lewis-Martin's help with the Department of Buildings. DA Alvin Bragg says she did so without consideration of safety standards, and she tried to hide her actions by using an encrypted messaging app called Signal.
All of y'all who are doing corruption and crime, y'all think that Signal app is encrypted and nobody can read this stuff? Well, the FBI has access to Signal, so that should scare everybody who's doing all this stuff using these encrypted apps, because these apps are not encrypted. They're not keeping your data safe. The FBI and all these alphabet agencies got access to that information just like they do to any other apps on the online. That's why, doing things like this, they're going to catch you. They are going to catch you. Don't matter how slick you think you are. Don't matter how you try to cross your T's and dot your I's. If the FBI wants you and they're after you, they're going to get you.
He added that these charges are in no way connected to Mayor Eric Adams, but Lewis Martin's attorney, Arthur Aidala, disagreed.
We allege that Ingrid Lewis Martin engaged in a long-running bribery, money laundering, and conspiracy scheme by using her position and authority as the chief advisor to the New York City Mayor, the second highest position in city government, to illegally influence city decisions in exchange for in excess of $100,000 in cash and other benefits for herself and her son, Glenn Martin II.
This is a political case. This is a witch hunt type of a case. I don't know if they're trying to get Eric Adams. Ingrid Lewis Martin has nothing bad to say about Eric Adams. So if they think this is a way to get to him, they are absolutely wrong. But the facts of this case make no sense to New Yorkers.
Okay. He said the facts don't matter. The facts don't add up. He's trying to pin this back on Eric Adams, saying that, hey, they're trying to go after him, so they're trying to get everybody in his camp to snitch on him. We've already seen the police chief. We've seen deputy police chief. We've seen all these other people indicted messing around with Eric Adams. And now here you got his top aide and her son, along with 2 real estate agents, getting caught up in corruption, bribery stuff too. Now, this is all alleged at the moment. Like I said, we don't know what's going on with the mayor out in Oakland, nor do we know if these allegations are true against the top aide, Ingrid Martin. But this goes to why it's important to understand and really vet the people that you are putting in office, because it's not the people per se that you vote for that could be doing all the corruption. It could be the people also who they appoint to these positions that you didn't have authority to vote for. Now, kickbacks. We know what this is about. She expedited some permits. They probably didn't want to have, go through all the building permits. We know how this goes. That's why you have buildings collapsing like what happened down in Miami. These people control these unions. They know how to finagle the system. They know how to intimidate people, especially in New York. They know exactly how to intimidate people to get them to sign off on stuff. So they offered up this money, and somehow or another she gave the money to her son. I mean, and he launches it through his DJ business. Like, bro, come on now. You a celebrity DJ? You getting 100 bands per show? I mean, they could have thought about this a whole lot better. A Chick-fil-A business? Like, seriously, bro. You had to know that the FBI was going to be looking into all of this. You a DJ, but you also own a Chick-fil-A. Come on, bro. Come on. Your mama set you up for failure. Somebody's going down for it. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think that Mayor Shane Thao out in Oakland and been charged with, and what y'all think about this case up in New York now, because it's getting hot and heavy, and these prosecutors seem like they are trying to get wins. A lot of them have taken L's in regards to Trump. So they out here trying to get W's on their belt now. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. Like I said earlier, like, share, and subscribe. We on our way to 8,000. So hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time, Coach Nation. Keep it coaching.